I loved you in Hairspray. You were incredible in that as Motormouth Mabel. Yeah. I mean, how long were you in the show, and like, what are you doing?
Too long, honey. No.
Too long.
I'm only kidding.
No.
I was in the show almost 3 years. Which, if I ever do another Broadway show, which I want to, I'll never do it that long again.
No.
I didn't realize how tired I was.
8 times a week, right?
8 times a week, especially doing it for friends, Mark Shaman and Scott Whitney.
Yes.
And they renew your contract every 6 months. 6 months would come and I go, oh, I can do it another 6 months.
What?
Oh, I can do it another 6 months. When I looked up, it was almost 3 years, and my husband said, okay, now, dog, you need a rest.
Yeah, it's hard work.
We went to Jamaica after the last show, and I didn't realize how tired I was till I totally left the show and didn't have to think about the show, because even when you go and they give you a vacation every six months, but you're not really resting, because you're thinking, oh, what are the words now? Because I'm going to have to go back soon, and I need to remember the show, you know.
Right.
But when I went away totally and didn't have to think about anything or being back, it was such a relaxing moment.
I can imagine. Well, you had a very pivotal role in Hairspray. It's one of the greatest roles I think ever written.
I tell Mark he wrote that song for me. But every great singer that he works with, they say the same thing. You know, he wrote that song for me. But it was such a personal song for me because I actually lived a similar story.
Yeah.
I did a television show called Shindig in the 60s. And they did not want blacks on the show. They didn't want it to mingle. So every night I got something different. Every night I sung that song because I lived it for like 2 years on my own, my personal life.
That's horrible.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad things have changed for the better now.
Yes, exactly.
And we still have a long way to go.
We have a long way to go, but we're going to get there.
And we have Obama president.
Everything. We'll get there eventually.
Right. When we have a black president, so we've come a long way.
Oh, you know, that's funny because I never thought in my lifetime. I just never even crossed my mind. But somebody asked me, well, what does it mean to you for a black man to be a president? You know what it means? We can do it.
Absolutely.
It can happen now.
Right. Well, it should be that way.
Yes.
The best person should be in the job.
Exactly.
And I love Obama.
Right.
Anyway, we won't talk about politics. Let's talk about your upcoming CD. I heard you're working on a new CD, possibly?
I'm trying to, with Steven, you know, working on putting together a duet album.
Oh, fantastic.
Call them CDs. Working on that, and I think that's something I really want to do. And, you know, to work with some of the younger artists.
Yes.
You know, maybe to do one of their songs, and maybe together they do one of mine. You know, just work it out. I'm really excited about that.
It's fantastic. Who inspired you when you started, when you wanted to be
business? Because I started out in the gospel field.
Right.
It was a lady, her name was Marian Anderson.
Okay.
I just love that woman so much. I was one of the person that got in the mirror with the brush and performed like her, because she was such a stately woman. When she walked out on the stage, she walked out there and stood in front of the microphone with nothing but a piano and just sang her heart out.
Where was she singing?
She was like, she did our halls, you know, actually like the place where we're working right tonight. You know, she worked mostly in those kind of places, not in big theaters. Places that probably hold like maybe 1,000 people.
Nice. More intimate?
Yeah, and today, you know, I don't, you know, when I work in a place that holds more than 1,200 people, you don't feel that closeness, you know, to your audience that I love to feel when I'm performing. And that's where you have to learn. You have to be on your own craft to know how to deal with people who are sitting, you know, 20 feet from you. You know what I mean? That close group of people. But you learn how to do it, and you know. But my whole thing is being able to be close to my audience.
Well, you have a great stage presence, and I'm excited to see you tonight.
Thank you.
And I mean, who do you listen to in your CD? Do you have a CD player or an iPad?
I have a CD player, and I also have an iPad that I listen to, and all my music is on it. And when I just want to have a moment, a Darlene love moment, I put on people like, I love, it's amazing, but I love Mariah Carey. I listen to her, then I'll turn over and go back to the groups, the Temptations.
Motown. Did you go? Do you know that they're bringing Motown the musical to Broadway?
Yes, I know they are.
That looks like a great show.
Yes, matter of fact, I was just talking to Mary Wilson the other day, and hopefully I'm going to get her to be in my Christmas show this year.
Oh, great. Tell us about your Christmas show. Where can people
I do a Christmas show every year.
Okay.
This year it's going to be at NJPAC, New Jersey. So we're going to go from a 16-seater to a 3,000-seater.
Oh, wow.
So I told Stephen, I expect you to be there. He said, I'll be there, doll. I'll be there. But it's going to be very exciting because I want to work with Mary. And we're getting ready to do a cruise the next couple of weeks, the Malt Shop Cruise, which is going to be fun because I get to be with a lot of the entertainers that I grew up with.
That's
that I haven't seen for years.
Where is that cruise?
It's going to go from Florida to St. Thomas.
Oh, nice.
So the great thing about it, I only have to do 2 shows, and the rest of the time is free.
Oh, nice. So you get to sit in the sun and relax.
Yes.
And drink pina coladas.
Yes, exactly.
Well, great. Well, people have to catch your Christmas show at NJPAC.
Please, it's the 22nd of December. And I'll also be at BB King's the 9th of December.
Okay.
So you know what, I look forward to doing these shows because a lot of my fans come and they bring new fans with them.
That's fantastic.
So it's always a lot of fun.
Great. Well, can't wait to see you, and thank you very much for doing this interview with us. Okay.